I'd like to call this meeting to order, please. The approval of the agenda, please.
Moved by Carl Keel, second by Brian Pekoski. Be it resolved that Council for the Township of Killu, Haggerty, and Richards hereby adopts the agenda for the Committee of the Whole meeting of October 14th, 2025 as presented.
All those in favor? Carried. As we gather today, I would like to acknowledge on behalf of this committee and our community that we are meeting on the traditional territory of the Algonquin people. We would like to thank the Algonquin people and express our respect and support for their rich history. And we are extremely grateful for their many and continued displays of friendship. We also thank all the generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. And please join me in a moment of silent reflection. And thank you. And does anyone have any pecuniary or financial interest to declare? I'm seeing none. Approval of the previous meetings.
There are no minutes.
Oh, no minutes? And there are no delegations. Just a quick comment. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for everyone who's here. Tonight marks our first meeting of the Committee of the Whole. This new format will be a learning experience and is intended to make our discussions more open, collaborative, and focused on the practical business of our township. It gives us a space to explore issues in detail, share information, and ask questions before formal decisions come forward to council. I want to thank Tammy and the staff for preparing these reports and materials that support these discussions. Let's approach tonight's meeting in that spirit with respect, open dialogue, and a shared commitment to serving the residents of Killu, Haggerty, and Richards. And let's begin. And who's up?
It's not following our agenda speech. There's nowhere on the agenda that.
Well, it's to kick off the meeting, but you're right. We should have put that in.
Be on the agenda if you're going to talk.
Yeah, okay.
Don't you make the agenda?
We'll include it the next time. Thank you. Colton.
All right, so I prepared a report here for council to look over and discuss. I myself am learning about this as well, and I'm under the presumption that no decisions can be made tonight. It has to be wait till next week. Okay, so anywhere in here where I have that I'm looking for council decision, that's just for council's knowledge to discuss about in the next meeting, as I won't be here. So just some updates on events. So our Halloween event, the Haunted Trail Walk through KPP, is almost here. We have all our materials and just waiting now to set up. I'm wondering if there's any council members who would be available to help with the setup. It's on October 30th. I'm thinking it's going to be the better part of a day setting up. So if any council members are available to help, just let me know and I can coordinate it. The Christmas market in Station Park, I understand that there has to be a resolution passed for that as well. No? No? So it's been approved by the health unit. I'm seeking if council can help with the light installation. My volunteer committee is also going to help. Just the more hands, lighter work. And then the direction I'll need from council next week is if you guys are willing to help with the light setup. My last meeting, Mayor Mayville brought up the idea of doing a time capsule. Just wondering for the next meeting if council wants to chat about that. It's going to cost about $50 to $100 to buy the actual capsule to put it in the ground, and that's for 25 years. So then the direction I'll need from council is, does council wish to proceed with the burial of the time capsule? Just a note for council that the Canada Summer Jobs Program will be open November 4th, and that grant it funds the summer jobs like your plant caretaker, your visitor information center. We were successful last year. So this is the big ticket item here. So OV Chaos has expressed interest in applying for a grant under the Commonwealth Leaf Program for KPP. They want to do like a native flower plant walk through KPP, and then paint these big murals to hang on the barn. The the project is over from April to October, and it would be an OVKOS grant that they would write themselves. They are just looking for township support. The only part of this grant where the township would have to pay is going to be the maintenance of the yearly, because in the grant there are they are requesting for a gazebo to be put in. Through the research I've done on the types of gazebos they're looking for, the only maintenance that's really going to be needed on it is to tighten the bolts and to stain it once a year, and that's about $75. So the nice thing about this is that this project is in line with the KPP master plan. You can see there, I kind of just took our master plan and paraphrased what it says in there. And it also advances KPP arts, culture, and educational goals, enhances the park beautification, and builds capacity for outdoor learning. And I'll just need I'll need council to give me direction next week on if that's something they want to support. Conference and funding tools. So the Ontario East Municipal Conference, I attended that September, 17th, I believe. And it was great. Learned a lot about rural economic development, strategies for barriers in rural economic development, and a lot of great tool connections that I'm using now and will use kind of whenever I need it. Have a lot of great tools and a lot of great outreaches and resources that I didn't know existed. So that's pretty cool. So the Queens of Angels, I brought this to council, I'm going to say a few months ago, regarding the Queens of Angels have requested to rent the Round Lake facility from October 3rd to November 28th. They are using it every Friday. And they want to know if council can waive the rental fee, which is $20 per use. So if council wants to give direction on that, we can go from there as well. And then just a heads up for council. So the rink boards, they will be going in for the advertising slips. Lexinglass is going in the week of the 27th. And then all ad slips that have been bought have been filled, just waiting on final confirmations. And lastly, I am going to KPS and St. Andrews tomorrow and Thursday to do local government week presentations. The Killaloe and Round Lake jobs been posted. October 20th is the cutoff for applications. Looking for 2 rink supervisors and 1 rink manager. And just a general note to council, I'll be on holidays from October 17th and then back on the 27th.
Okay, we'll open up for questions.
Can you remind me what the Queen of Angels, who they are?
They're a homeschool group.
Okay,
So they are looking to use the Round Lake rink as like a learning space. They'll be outdoors, indoors, and just using it as a point to kind of, I guess, move their kids to a different location.
I have a question about when the schools use their rink and stuff, we don't charge them like the public or the Catholic school.
Not the school, for skating.
Okay.
We don't charge them, and we don't, yeah, we don't charge them, no.
Harold, you had a question?
I think Bill asked the same thing of what they were going to, they were using the building plus the outdoor facilities.
Yep.
And by the end of November, hopefully that they'll be starting to make ice, so they'll be there out of the building, which would be a main concern. Other than that, that 1 few hours in daytime, I've seen them coming down since beginning of they've had some big crowds down there. I could hear the kids yelling, and that's what makes it great. Oh. It's free. I can say.
Any other questions on this side? Brian?
I had the same as Ted. I just wondered if we don't charge anybody else, so I don't think we should be charging them for it.
So let's go through point by point. Number 1, the event updates. Does anyone want to volunteer at this point for the setup?
I will, if I'm available that day, I'll be.
For the second?
Hay and,
Sorry, for the setup.
Oh, for the set.
hay and pumpkins probably.
Halloween. I wanted to do it, but I won't be able to, so unfortunately.
For good reasons, though.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be behind you.
Anytime throughout the day, yeah. I think we're going to start at that 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. So anytime between then. 30th.
Yeah, my surgery got canceled, so I'll also be there helping.
They had to make room for her.
I don't have to make room for girls. For fireworks.
I got one.
Hopefully.
Okay, the Christmas market. Does anyone want to volunteer for the installation of the lights?
Yes.
Yeah,
Maureen, Bill?
And I just want to say we've been getting quite a few light donations. So I've got a good chunk of LED lights. Lots of people have reached out and also some timers. So by the time you come back from the holidays, we should have a nice pile of lights and then be able to see kind of
We need.
what we need to fill it
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
So the market's the 28th. So I think that the set I think we should start the week before just to get an idea, account for any hiccups, and so whatever that week before the 28th is.
The time capsule initiative. We had done nothing in regards to the celebration of amalgamation. And that's basically the only thing, unless anyone else has any thoughts that they have in regards to the anniversary of amalgamation.
Well, there's some great newspaper articles we could throw in.
So I guess the question is, do we want to spend the $50 to $100 for the capsule?
Oh, I will fit in there. You're actually old.
You make that decision.
Or you can make the decision and you bring it to council on the 21st.
No hands? Don't want to spend the money?
What are we doing?
Well, that'll be up to Colton to determine. We'll put a call out to all the community, whatever they want to put in.
I don't think you're gonna put a lot of stuff in there, $25 or whatever it's worth.
Colton, do you know how big this capsule is?
Yeah, the $50 one is like you get a foot by 8 inches, and then the $100 you get like 2 feet by basically a foot.
some give you samosas,
Beaver Hills?
beaver cans.
What, you put a McDonald's burger in and be good for 25 years.
Or we just let it slide and
I-
whatever everyone feels. It was just an idea to celebrate the amalgamation. Sounds like it slides. The Canada Summer Jobs Program. So there's plant caretaker, the attendant. How many people did you get grants for last year?
Waste, 2 swim, PIC, plant caretaker, and I believe that, and my summer student. 6.
6. And those 6 grants came out of this program?
Correct. Well, it's all one grant, just
Yeah.
paid for 6 positions. Yeah, partially paid for 6 positions.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions about that? So we're okay letting them go ahead and do that? Sounds good. The OV chaos.
Claire, just to be safe here. I didn't realize you were gonna be talking about everyone, so I'm just gonna leave the room while you're talking about this one.
She's employed by Old Chaos.
I'm
I'm
Maureen.
not employed anymore, but I volunteer.
I'm Maureen McMillan, declare pecuniary financial interest in regards to the OV Chaos League project.
All those in favor? Carried. Discussion.
I think this is an excellent project. We should get behind it. It's another community group out there who's willing to put in the work to bring programming and infrastructure that are easy to find.
It's just the one that it's not costing us anything, right? It's,
The $75 a year for the maintenance. Yeah.
I know that.
I think it's a
Grand, good for them.
Ed? I think it's a great thing. I think it utilizes that park and it's a showcase and it'll really make it look nice. So we're good? Show of hands. We're good. So the letter of support, you and Tammy will take care of that.
Yep.
And I'm assuming the conferences was just an information item.
Yep. Yeah. Just an information item.
And everyone is good on the Queen of Angels by our previous conversation.
I will have a resolution prepared for the 21st.
Yep. Good. Killer link advertising, that's just information.
Mhm.
Local government information,
Mhm.
rink jobs been posted. Any questions from anyone? I think we're
Returning from last year.
I don't think I can say names, but yes. Yes.
One question I have, Colton, and that's in regards to an email that I received in regards to the witch walk with Market. Have you, between you and Tammy, have you dealt with that at all?
The witch walk.
Yeah.
I received a flyer and that's about it. I haven't really heard much about it. No.
We're okay doing both events at the same time?
They're both together.
They're both it's at Market and witch walk?
Yes,
It's brought by two different groups though, right?
they're working together. Farmers
We're
Market
okay
and
with that?
The Friendship Club, yes, the Friendship Club, Colton had reached out to them and they advised of what their plan was and they're working together with the farmers market.
Okay,
Oh, I see your question now. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
because we have the contract with the farmers market.
Yeah.
And then the
Yes. I
friendship
see. I see.
club has
Yes.
come in.
Yes. Yes. My apologies.
So we're good. Did either one of you send a letter back to,
No,
do we need to?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions for Colton? Oh, there is one more thing. The CHCR AGM is October 26th from 2 to 4. Is there any member that of council that is a member that would go to that? Are you?
I'm always.
It's a big thing this year. So. Okay, thank you. Dale.
All right, I'll start with the air conditioning. So as you're all aware, our air conditioning unit here is a bit up. It's non-repairable. I've gotten 3 quotes from Welch, one from Bergeron and one from Ercon for replacement of the air conditioning. Everyone advises that we don't just replace with an air conditioner, that we replace with the heat pump. So what they've talked about is instead of a 5-ton or basically a 5-ton air conditioning, we go to a 5-ton heat pump. And I fully recommend we do it as well for the fact that they're saying that we can save up to 75% of our heating costs as well by going to a heat pump. And it extends the life of our current furnaces, which are starting to age fairly well already. So following quotes that I've received, Welk Electric for air conditioning would be basically $9,900. Ercon for air conditioning alone would be 15,000. And Bergeron for air conditioning would have been 7,800 basically. If we go to heat pump, we're looking at Welk's at 11,770, Ercon 15,487, and Bergeron at 11,580. Now, this isn't something that we have to do right immediately. We can put it in the next year's budget. Quotes would probably go up a little bit by the time we do it, but if we do decide to do it now versus later, we do save on our heating costs for the winter. I'm saying up to 75%. There's no 100% number there, but
Carl.
Make sure, Carl, you're
Yes. Does this have a backup electrical system? Takes over when the heat pump doesn't read
our furnaces take over.
oil furnace?
So basically these go to, I believe it's minus 20, was the biggest one, minus 30. So they come a long ways from where the heat pump didn't work very well once it got cold, but these ones here will basically work till approximately minus 30. So the furnace won't have to run, and the typical winter wouldn't have to run very often really with the heat pump. It would be coming off regardless whether we go with just an air conditioner or a heat pump. They'll be coming off, the unit will be coming off the roof and going onto the ground. Heat pump would be actually hung on the wall just outside the kitchen and then over there.
Another question, please. So our furnace and our oil tank, this furnace has given us lots of problems too.
It hasn't given us any, didn't really give us much problems last year.
But
We did get the big problem fixed. No guarantees that it's going to keep going good for a long time, but
how old is our tank?
that tank just passed inspection last year, so
Okay.
it'd be good for 9 more years.
So wouldn't we be further ahead to go with the heat pump and electrical backup furnace with this?
Or
That's
when
what
the tank needs to be replaced or the furnace goes, go with propane.
Okay.
I would probably be more inclined to go propane versus electric for.
But I know I looked into this with the heat pump, and you get a backup electric and
Mhm.
But I didn't go with it. It was like $23,000.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
No, was asked, are the heat pumps only work to a certain temperature and then you have to have a backup?
You have, heat pumps only work to a certain temperature, then you have a backup, which you answered is around minus 30 now. And our winters don't get near that anymore, so.
No, so
Yeah.
even if it does minus 20. On average, our furnaces won't actually run anything like they do.
And I think if we really have to replace the furnace, as far as I'm concerned, it should be propane instead of electricity. So,
And a propane furnace costs for one of those is about 6,000.
yeah. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, let's as far as the hot water heater in the Kilwoo rink.
Got numbers on that as well.
Sorry?
I've got numbers on that. That's
Yeah.
my next report.
Oh,
Okay, so our tank did fail inspection. So before we can do anything for hot water in there, it is an oil fired hot water heater. the replacement of the oil tank itself, basically $49.50. To replace, again, I got 3 quotes. I got one from Welk Electric, one from Bergeron, and one from Round Lake Heating. You can, if you want to go through the quotes, there's a little more detail than what I'm just going to talk about right now, but Bergeron is a complete, does everything themselves. They take the old stuff away, put in the new unit. So a tankless would be, with them, would be $58.95. And so Round Lake Heating, we're ballparking it at 6,000 because of the fact the unit itself is 2,500. Then there's approximately 1,500 for installation. Then we need an electrician and a plumber to come in. So ballpark 6 grand. Could be more, could be a little less. There's no real guarantees with that one. Welk Electric, they were $79.50, and we still have to remove the oil, remove the tank, and remove the heaters. That is a more pressing unit because we are sitting right now at in between 1/8 and 3/8 of a tank of oil. Just running hot water, we probably got another month or maybe 2, just using hot water once we start. The other big savings with going to the on-demand is I believe we can save time and money with when it comes to flooding, because he's got to wait for approximately an hour and a half to flood with warm water.
45 minutes.
45 minutes, okay. I wasn't exactly sure what the time was, but that's a savings there alone because you can just fill up and carry right on.
Any questions or other comments? Bill?
Good things. Do we already have propane there at the ring?
We have propane that runs our furnace.
Okay.
We have 2 propane tanks, so it's just basically teeing into the line outside. I'm not sure if they got to change the size of the line and run
And
it in.
Bergeron, do we have any experience with them at all?
We do. They're actually the ones that did our install for our generator at the and our heat system at the Killaloe Fire Hall.
Okay.
And their maintenance costs, like to have them come in and do servicing. They serviced our heat system over there. And I think it was just under $200. They were about 3 hours. They changed filters and cleaned it completely. They power washed and everything inside. Their service rates are by far better than anybody that I've found in them.
Okay.
And they're local, so they're just in Pembroke, so.
Thanks.
Ted?
You were saying we're down to about a quarter tank of oil.
Under.
Is it automatic or will call?
I believe I've got that set up that I will call because of the
Okay.
fact it's just doing hot water.
Okay, I'll just, because if you're automatic, they might be filling it shortly.
Yes, I'll call them tomorrow and make sure they
Yeah.
don't do anything because, well, they won't because the tank, because they don't have an inspection.
Oh, okay.
So Stephanie called me not too long ago and reminded me, and I said, well, I've got their quotes. It took me, I should have had this report into us a while ago, but it took quite a while for Welks and Round to get me quotes.
The other thing I had is not to do with this, but I've had a few fire calls where I'm coming home at 10, 11 o'clock at night, and the lights are on at the rink. So I don't know if they're on a timer.
They are on a timer, but they're supposed to be turning off at night.
Yeah, I don't think they are.
Okay,
I'm
I will
seeing
check that tomorrow
Yeah,
because
it's going
I know I had
there
to set them
wild
to
and
come on a little earlier before. And I had them set for, I thought it was about 9, but
Yeah.
mechanical, it's not a digital
Yeah.
timer. So
Okay.
I will double check, but if they're still on, then I will adjust them back a little bit more.
Okay.
So let's deal with the oil tank and for the hot water heater for the Killaloe rink. You have 3 choices in front of you. Please pick one.
Choose one there.
Yeah.
I like the Round Lake heating one, it's $200 differences, local lives in our township.
Plus there's extras.
We don't have 100%.
It might not even be that according to this.
It might not be. It's hard to say. It's hard to say.
Carl?
For that price, why wouldn't we stay local?
We would-
give us an approx.
You need your mic on, Carl.
Might be less.
He's just giving us an approximate, so.
Yeah.
It could be up, could be down, could be.
It could be. Don't have any guarantees on his price. And when you read his quote, that he does put that rate in there very clearly that
But there's on all these quotes, there'd be a variance anyway, isn't there not?
Bergeron is basically their quote is their quote. Welks is the one that we would have quite a bit more, like we have to remove and get rid of everything on our own. And Round Lake Heating is whatever it costs us for an electrician, whatever it costs us for a plumber, it's in the air. We don't know. And then like is in his quotes, 900 to 1,500. He says it's probably gonna be closer to 1,500. But it's we don't really know. We
Carl?
are using Round Lake for
I'd say Bergeron.
we are using Round Lake for the furnace in Round Lake at the rink. That's being replaced. Now it sounds like instead of being this month, it sounds like it's next month that he's gonna do it. He has been watching the oil levels as well. So
Ted?
Just a question, are we making decisions here? I didn't think we were allowed to.
We can make decisions, but it doesn't get formalized till the meeting next week. Is that correct?
Yeah, but if somebody's giving us a quote, it's pretty hard to accept a quote where they don't know what the price is. Like, if you don't know, you shouldn't be putting a quote in my opinion, but I don't know what to say. I'd like to keep it local, but money is money. So I don't know, and I won't be here at the next meeting, so
Right.
it doesn't really matter if I say it tonight.
So my heart is local, but my wallet is maybe with Bergeron. I just like that their quote is complete. Everything's included in it, and it seems like a good price. It's a savings of maybe like what, a couple $1,000 potentially.
I don't think it would be much difference.
They say 900 to 1,500 just to,
Just for install purposes is 9 to
Yeah.
15. Yeah, he's got.
yeah, so there's like
$600
some extra fees in there,
Yeah,
so
now,
just.
I did run on the higher end of his numbers. I did, like, as I got in here, 25 for the unit, 15. I went with the 15, not the 9.
Uh-huh.
And then with talking with them, I put $1,000 for both electric and plumbing. Should it cost that? I personally don't think it should, but
Yeah,
we don't have anything from anybody else.
yeah, I would only go with it only because it's a lower option, lower cost option.
So are you saying Bergeron?
Yeah.
Bill, you're still with Bergeron?
Yeah, but I mean, Brian does make a good point. However, I think we do use and support Matt Jenkins quite a bit, or Round Lake Heating quite a bit as well in our other projects, so. It's not like we're.
And he's
doing-
always treated us very well.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Maybe just a question. Previous projects, he's always come underneath his estimates.
Does
Is
it come within with his estimates? Yeah, I wouldn't say. I don't know if anybody's under their estimates, but
So Bill, how did that answer end up?
The way I said it, no change.
Bergeron? Harold?
I again would love to keep it local. I know the Round Lake Heating is done as well, anytime we needed them. And if it's $1,000 more than what Bergeron is, I would have to say Round Lake Heating.
You're saying Round Lake?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, they're both very close at
Yeah.
that.
Thank you.
Now, I have no issues, you're not making the decision tonight anyways. Technically, I can call, I know he did ask me to use mask. I can give them a call and I can get a closer ballpark number from Jimmy. He should be able to give me some ballpark numbers. I only got both the Welks and Round Lakes today. I think both of them came in after lunch. Didn't have a chance to touch base, but I could have it ready for and that for you for next week, and that would help your decision.
Like the difference between the tanks between Bergeron and Round Lake is what,
Tank was
$105.
Yeah.
You know, it's,
Oh, I was looking at totally the wrong number. I was totally looking at the wrong number.
You were looking at the tank,
I'm sorry.
replacing.
I was
oil
totally
tank
looking
is
at the wrong
$1,000
number.
difference.
Yes, okay, yes. Okay, I changed around like, sorry.
Yeah, Bergeron's the only thing that would even give me a price for changing the tank. That's why I wanted the one with replace oil tank on.
Okay, so that four of us go to Round Lake. I really trust the Round Lake people, so we can prepare a resolution for Tuesday, right? For Round Lake. Now, in regards to the other two items Dale brought up, does anyone want to make a comment or a suggestion on those two items? As far as the air conditioner and do you have a recommendation on those two
I
other
would
ones?
recommend in this situation to go with Bergeron because they are the better price.
And that's for the AC unit, right?
That would be, I would recommend going to the heat pump over the AC by far. For the very, actually, the minimum amount of difference, we'll make that up in your first winter of heating easy.
$2,000 difference for the heat pump and you can save 70%. It's
Save us.
take long to get that back, will it?
That
You won't save 70%.
probably not 75,
Yeah,
even if we say
leave it up for a
50%.
second, but we will save money, but
Yeah,
if it was 75% every person.
exactly.
I was talking to down on the flower and he put one in, he said, better till October. Talking to a person, when I was looking at this, and he put one in, he said it's good up till October, November. For heat, for heat.
How many feet do you usually put in? 4,000?
No, the heat pump is
Carl, you need your mic on.
$48,004. 48K.
Because when I was looking at, they were gonna put a 3-ton in my house. Good luck with it.
So Dale's recommendation is to go with Bergeron, the heat pump. And does everyone support that recommendation? Show of hands, please.
Well, do we have, where will the money come from to do this project, a $12,000 project? Or are we gonna wait until our budget?
I think one thing that Dale said, if I'm not mistaken, is it okay to wait until the new year?
We can, now the quotes will go up a little, I don't know how much, but we can wait. It's, right now, it's just air conditioning, which I'm pretty sure we're pretty much through that season. The only benefit to doing it sooner is you get one extra season of saving on heat. That's the only benefit to doing it now. But it's not a budgeted item. Because it was not planned to break.
So does that change anyone's opinion on which one to choose and which company?
There's a different question.
Yeah.
One question is, do we do it now or do we do it in the
Oh.
spring? The other question is what company?
So let's do that question. Do it now or do it in the spring?
I think we need financial information for
Mhm.
Tammy. Know whether or not it could be absorbed within this budget or not.
Yeah, this decision will not be made until the next meeting anyway.
Exactly.
So
Why don't we defer that until the next meeting, and then Tammy can get back to us if there's room in the budget for this year. And then you'd be able to tell us the savings for the heat pump for the rest of the year also?
No,
No?
there's no way of telling you a number on that.
Okay.
They're saying save up to 75%. That's all I can tell you.
Okay.
I believe that would depend on whether it's -10 all winter or -40 all winter. That's all.
It's -40. I'm not.
Dale, do you have anything? Dale, do you have anything else?
Just a quick note, there was some vandalism done at the park. I stained over top of it all. I peeled the stones up that were vandalized. I don't, Tammy, did you include pictures of any of that? But no, okay. Anybody wants to see the, I can send you pictures, but, the walkway closest to the bench by the bridge, there was a line and then, a member painted on the sidewalk. I peeled the rocks up, turned them over. The stage by the 30 amp plug had some orange sprayed on it. Couple of boards at the back of it. The wooden bench closest to the bench, the bottom of it was marked with orange marking paint, and a couple of little spots on the bridge were marked. Cleaned it all up. I know I sent you an email. I don't know if I sent any pictures. I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, did I? Okay. Couldn't remember whether I sent pictures or not.
We have security cameras in there?
We do not.
Dale, you might want to check with Barb at the hardware store. They had some
Oh,
vandalism
yeah.
at their sea cans. And she has pictures of kids going around it, so you might be able to combine something.
I know the paint wasn't purchased within the day or two from Beaches, because I did question those guys down there whether they sold any to anybody. And the only one they had sold it to was a contractor that was actually, I'm pretty sure, using it for contractor stuff.
Carl?
Talking about vandalism, did you see what happened in Barry's Bay at Sipkowski Park? They smashed one of the planes there on the weekend.
What did they do?
Smashed the plate.
One of the planes, Sipkowski Park, right there, they smashed the whole plane. Not the big one, but the small one. So not only here is people.
No, it's not. It's all over.
Anyone else have any questions for Dale? Couple questions. Just on the interior repairs for the Round Lake Fire Hall. We had budgeted 25,500 for it. Are we
All we
close?
have managed to get done so far is water treatment stuff. That is all done. I haven't been able to get any contractor that just is interested in painting. Anybody that does want to do anything, wants to do it January, February, March. I do have two people that were willing to give us a price on it, but they're not insured. So I can't use them.
They're not insured. Okay, so
I
do
have
you,
one more potential that says they'll give me a price, but we're already into October, so I'm not sure how we're gonna go with that.
so you're not anticipating this to be done this year?
20% chance?
And
if there's money in the budget for it, why wouldn't we, the firefighters, if they want to do it?
I know one is willing to do the flooring. Bob did mention that is willing to do flooring, but yeah, I have no issue with
Some
that.
of them that want extra money.
Mhm.
Don't worry about insurance because they're covered under workers' comp.
Good point. Window replacements for this building, we had budgeted 13.5. Have we done those?
He sent me a text this morning, said the windows were supposed to arrive today. He would touch base with me tomorrow morning and hope to start within the next 2 weeks.
So those, that's looking good. That's going to be done.
Okay.
The furnace and Olympia repairs for Round Lake Rink.
Furnace repairs, like I mentioned earlier, Matt let me know about 2 weeks ago that he was planning on doing it in August or October. And he's been watching the oil levels, which aren't really moving, but here with it starting to heat, just helps burn a little extra oil out. He's planning on doing it in November.
And the Olympia repairs.
Olympia repairs, I still not heard back from them on that. I will call them again this week.
And the plumbing repairs at the medical center.
Most of which are done. I did have to do an extra little thing, which was change the ionized rod in there. It was completely gone. But if everything is in good shape now. There's still some older fixtures, but there's not causing any problems, so I'm not replacing it if I don't need to. And the siding out here starts tomorrow.
Good. Anybody else have any questions? Thank you. Dean.
There.
So regular road maintenance continues as usual and equipment checks. Probably within the next few weeks, we're putting the wings on the plow trucks and blades and stuff like that. Yeah, I know, but getting ready for it, that's gotta be prepared there, man. Brushing on Red Rock Road and Traymore. I got stopped there a couple times by a taxpayer and they wanted to just give a shout out how well it's looking. And the young operator was very professional when he stopped to talk. If there's any branches along the side of the fence, that he'll get out of the tractor and pull it off and remulch it kind of thing, just to make sure it's all up and up. So she just wanted to make sure I tell council about that. And it is doing a good job. I have no issues whatsoever with that, so. Snowmobile Club, they had asked us if they wanted to park the groomer at the works here. I have no problem with that. The only thing they were asking is if the township would actually physically, with the backhoe, dig a electrical trench and hook up to our electrical, and they would pay for the electrical and the hydro bill and stuff like that for the field, plus the plugging of the groomer. So I thought I'd just bring that to council and see what thoughts are.
Harold.
I have no problem with that. So that's where they'll be running out of the winter for the winter?
Yes.
All for it.
Yes, because I guess highway or MTO doesn't want them running alongside their roads now.
Yeah.
So they're looking for other options. So they got permission from the adjacent property owner, so they'll be just leaving our site and going straight back to the railroad tracks on there.
Bill, Maureen? We're
No.
good?
So council's good for the ticket? Do you see any issues with it, Dean? I don't know.
We're good?
Okay, so our surface mining course there, we completed that last Thursday. There was about 6 of us there. We went to Palmer Rapids to complete it. That's been completed. A gravel, they're still crushing. We had a little bit of an issue with it with regards to finding material at the site. They did find more material from what our tender came upon, and they're still crushing as we speak. And we will be probably finishing up that by the end of the week. And then paving for the rest of the 2 projects there that the council approved should be done by the end of this month, hopefully. If not, it'll be done 1st of November, basically. The only other thing for our roads is radar signs. We got a quote there. I was talking to council a while ago. I gave them a quote with buying our own signs, radar signs. The quote is $8,095 without tax. And then the county, their signs they paid $5,120 per radar sign. And I know there's like, there is a cost sharing service, but it would only be, we would pay for half of that. And it would only be going on to our roads or their roads, the county roads. So Simpson Pit Road, Ruby Road, Queen Street, and Valmont Road. So it'll be basically the 4 roads, but if we put money into that, then we'd have to make sure that those go on there on the roads that are county, just the county roads, nothing to do with us. And like, I think I recommended the last time to council, but it's up to council decision to, if we do purchase 2 of our own, at least we can move them around various locations within the municipality. So again, I just need direction maybe by next council meeting, see what council wants to do with that.
Does anybody have any feelings right now? Want to make any comment in regards to the 2 options? Sorry.
I just have a comment. I'm just wondering, is Mr. Ford gonna ban those too? Because he's doing a lot of talk about banning the speed radar. We might spend a bunch of money and then not be able to use them. That's what he says goes.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure on that, Brian, but I know most of them are within the school districts right now that he's calling on, but yes, I'm not sure. I can't determine what's not gonna happen.
Ted,
Yeah, I don't think he'll go ban that, and I'm glad he banned those stupid radar things. So there's a cash grab.
any,
So there. Why don't you fold your arms?
so the comparative numbers are 50% of the county is 50% of our share, which was the total was how much?
Just over $5,100.
So our share would be 2,600. And that give us 2, but on county roads.
Correct.
The other option is 8,000,
Without tax, yes,
but and those were for 2,
for 2.
and we can move those around.
Correct.
That's 8,000 each, right?
Nope.
No, for both.
2 units, unit price 3901, amount 78, 1 unit with the shipping and stuff. So yeah, so with the shipping, yeah, it's a total of $8,000 for 2.
And you had these budgeted.
Correct. Last time though, I talked to council, I think there was $6,000. I think there was budgeted. I do believe it was 6, but this would be over budget.
And in regards to maintenance, who looks after the maintenance
We would have to look after the maintenance
on both?
on ours. If council purchases their own, we would look after it, but the maintenance would be on the county.
So the county looks after the maintenance.
Yes,
Right, theirs.
on theirs, if we went 50-50 cost sharing on that, yes.
So if we were to buy 2 from the county, that would be for 2,500, right? Roughly
Each.
together.
Each.
No, 5,100 is the total for 2 divided by 2 is 25
$5,100 per sign.
per sign.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry.
The
I
county,
misunderstood.
he said in 2024, we paid $5,100 per radar sign. Plus shipping and time.
I'm not sure why we're even thinking about splitting with the county, because we can't use it on our roads. We couldn't put it on Mill Street. We couldn't. The other road except county roads, so.
So I have a question. What about I think it's the black box thing that the OPP,
Yeah,
have
that's,
we looked into that at all?
Yeah. Tammy did look into it too, and I did look into it. It's about $4,000
Per
over
unit?
$4,000 sign.
Okay,
So this, the one that I got quotes from, it's the lower version, but they're still like, they only do one direction. So like when you're coming there, they only do one direction instead of going back, but they don't do the other. like-
so the black box ones though, if we're looking at, because we are looking at $4,000 to sign essentially, right? Yeah, do the black box ones collect more data, and does that data, because they're from the OPP, would that not be a better option maybe in terms of like data collecting and where that data goes and?
They do data collection, of these signs that I got, does show, software is user friendly and can be programmed to set perimeters quickly and easily. In stealth mode allow baseline data to be collected for comparison analysis while speed display appears blank to motorists.
I just want to see if the OPP ones though, if that information goes to the OPP. Because that was my understanding of it, is that they get that information and that
Okay,
kind
I
of
did-
helps them determine where I don't know, I have to ask more about it because I just sort of got the preliminary on it, but if we're gonna spend that money, you know, if that does a better data collection and sends that data to the right people, like if they have a way of collecting that.
See, I think, I could be wrong, Maureen. I think that it would be up to municipalities to regardless of what you have. I don't think this, like the black box that we were talking about,
Okay,
I think it automatically, like every day send.
yeah, no, I know not every day, but I just want to, I don't know, I would like the option just to, we're having a meeting next month to look into that option, just to ask for more information about it, or maybe you can, like, just
So
to find out.
I've talked for the last 4 years at the Good Roads Conference to these sign people. And all these signs collect all that data and we can send it to the OPP too.
Uh-huh,
So you have to see if there's any cost involved.
yeah, I just
The
want to know if there's a
OPP to
difference at all.
send.
Yeah,
Because I believe the lady I talk to every year, she told me that there is a charge and it can be directly sent to the OPP from the box or from these signs.
yeah, I just like to know what the difference is, just for data purposes, because that's essentially what we want this for, is just to collect the data. So what is one better than the other, or does that one have more advantages, because that's the one they're pushing, the OPP is pushing, so is that one a little more advantageous than this one? I know they both collect data, but yeah, where does it go, how easy, you know?
Look, if you're having one next month or something, we still have time within.
Yeah.
If council wants. You
I
know,
think it only helps if the OPP actually does something with the data when.
You know, yes.
So.
Can I ask a question? This black box you're talking about, does it display how fast you're going?
I don't believe so.
Well, then.
Yeah, I don't
Why-
believe so. I think it's a data collection, and it can, like, look, the vehicles are speeding, it gives you a lot of different information, but I really, Carl, I don't know enough about it.
I think if people see you're doing 70 and a 40, I think people are gonna go, oh,
Yeah.
because I know I do.
Some of us do.
Even in Round Lake Park, Provincial Park, they have it there.
Yeah.
I seen it and I slowed right down to it, so. I think see it's gonna impact your brain instead of,
Oh, yeah, no, I agree, and I don't know enough about, I just the opportunity to ask, I think it might be worthwhile just to
And
ask.
with these signs, I know, because I see them all over the place. Some of them tell you to slow down till you hit the speed limit right on the nose. Other ones are 5 kilometers over and say thank you. So,
But I think you can adjust those. Can you not?
yes.
well, there's certain ones, yes, yeah.
Any other questions for Dean? Okay.
Okay, just, that's it for that. Waste management report. C&D bulky waste, the RFP has been, completed and it's been all grinded up. We're still hauling the C&D when we can to Red Rock, to get that out because, we're gonna have to get it surveyed at Red Rock once it's, leveled out. And they wanna do that hopefully by the end of November. So if we can get that hauled out, that would be great. And then clean up the landfill a little bit more with regards to the C&D. The only other thing I have is hazardous waste day. We were there on Saturday. I can't remember. I think there was 140
44.
Oh, 144?
One
Oh, anyone after?
144 cars came through, whatever. I think it was maybe down a bit from last year, but I think everybody's getting more like knowledgeable. Like we're trying to involve them more with what can actually be taken to the landfill. Like people didn't know that we're taking batteries at the landfill. So they were bringing batteries to the hazardous waste day, which we could take household batteries there. You could take your car batteries there. We could take all that stuff there, empty oil cans, paint cans, stuff like that. So I think we're getting that out there. Maureen had a good idea. Colton had put out anyway with I think on our website with regards to what we can and can't take at both waste sites and hazardous waste. So Maureen was passing them out to each car truck that came in there. And I think everybody got an eye open the kind of thing. And I think it really helped kind of thing of what we did for that. So
That's
I
awesome.
think overall it was a good day. So yeah,
How were the wieners?
I don't know.
Oh, it's good. Here I was eating.
Other than that, that's it for my report.
Thank you. Any further questions for Dean?
Just a comment, at the hazardous waste day. There was a conversation about having it on a weekend, on a weekend other than Thanksgiving weekend. The people who were there still liked it in the fall. But the suggestion was made that if we want to get it at an earlier time, we should book sooner rather than later.
But in all fairness, I don't think it's up to us, is it? It's up to the company?
No.
No, it's up to us?
Us.
Ah,
We've made
okay.
the decision for the past 3 years, so.
Okay, I thought the company had something to do with it. Or was it when we changed company?
No, we talked with the head guy that was there and he suggested if you just want it earlier, now time to put it in. Don't wait because they do get busy. And beyond what Dean was saying also, I think I know the stuff that we sent back to the waste site after hazardous waste day this year was a quarter of what we sent back last year. So it's going to be even better with all the pamphlets Marina said, given to all those people. And they still say, well, they didn't realize that they could be done after all these years, but so it was a great day, and I want to thank everybody again that was there helping out. It was good.
Yeah.
Bill did the barbecue and Carl, and he did a fantastic job.
Sorry, Carl.
No, I didn't cook.
No
wieners.
way. We
I
had
did burgers
we
and
had
sausages.
steaks.
Steaks and lobster. Steaks and.
Thanks very much, Dean. Have a good night.
This first one I missed was today.
I know.
So does council want to make the decision to do it a weekend
Yes.
before Thanksgiving?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think we get more of
You need your mic.
Well, we get more help too. And,
I think we get the more cottagers bringing stuff in too, and and like we had it in end of August or middle of August.
So what are you saying? You want it in August as opposed to?
no, I'm saying a weekend before the Thanksgiving at least. That way we
So-
get more help also in there.
Keep the October.
And we're still here when all the city people are closing up their cottages, so they still are here to get their stuff out.
So if we look at 2026, October. Does it sound like October 10th? Supposed to have a calendar? Or is that Thanksgiving?
We'll take a look.
Okay.
We'll book the weekend before.
Okay. Good. Anything else? That's it for Dean. Okay, Charlene.
This report is an update on the taxel. The council receives this report for information. As part of the municipality tax collection process, properties with outstanding taxes may be subject to tax registration and potential sale under the provisions of Municipal Act 2001. The 2024 tax sale process commenced with 55 properties in arrears of municipal taxes. This report provides an update on payments received and the status of the remaining properties. So currently, a total of 25 properties has paid their arrears in full, and this amounts to $303,901. 3 properties are on hold to the end of October, and that amount is $5,788 that we should receive by October 31st. 2 properties representing 5,344 hold with payments expected by December 31st, 2025. And the remaining 25 properties will proceed to tax sale if not paid in full. And that representing a combined amount of $1,266,816. So we will continue to monitor these amounts and proceed to ensure recovery of outstanding property taxes. Properties that remain in the process will continue through the necessary steps until resolution or sale. And staff will continue to provide updates as necessary.
With all due respect to all the other staff members, this is my best report. This is awesome. Have we ever knocked the heck out of this? So would you say that by hiring this outside company, it's really helped, or is it internally driven more so? Just
Yeah, the outside company really doesn't
like, are they,
have that much to do. It's just people realizing that they're gonna lose their property if they don't come in and pay. The ones that can.
good. Wow, that's good. Good news. Anyone else have any questions?
Yeah.
Bill.
Thank you for telling me that. So we've heard that the tax sale process starts in October. What does that look like for these 25 remaining properties?
So it started October 2024.
Yeah,
Typically it takes about a year. The last that I've spoke to Real Tax, they're saying there'll be no properties going to sale before the beginning of 2026. But they haven't give me a specific date, just that nothing will happen before the beginning of 2026.
thank you.
Anybody else? Just one question for me. I know it's not included here, but this coming year, were we going to blend the property tax plus the water and sewage outstanding also? Or were they going to remain separate still?
That would be a council decision.
Okay.
Are they not blended together now?
I thought they were, and I
They
thought
are.
we did that already. So this 1,200, the water and sewage is in that also. Is that correct?
I thought we were.
With 1,200.
Or the 1,200 or 1.266 million?
Yeah. So yes.
That includes,
2024. So now they have another year of taxes. If they haven't paid, they have another year of water and sewage outstanding. So council will have to decide if they want to do the same thing and roll that onto their arrears. But I think there's some discussion about maybe looking at that. We'll had some questions about it concerning the interest. How that's
you look puzzled.
I thought we rolled that in.
Like,
I thought we rolled that in, water and sewage onto the tax bill. Did we?
you did in 2020.
Yeah, does that not just continue on? Or do we have to do it every year?
There was a discussion had, because of the policy, there was a discussion had that council may want to take a look at that policy and amend it. And to keep it separated from rolling it into the property taxes.
I always thought it just continued on. Sorry.
So when it's an actual tax sale property, it is included with that. It's just if there's any other properties that are outstanding just from water sewage, those ones, that's what has to be decided if we want those ones rolled onto the tax roll.
So when do we have to make that decision? The end of this month or the start of the year?
No.
It would be done early 2026.
That gives everyone lots of notice then. Are you okay now or?
Well, I just thought roll
Yeah.
thing all the time.
Any other questions? Good, thank you. So correspondence, no, unfinished business, no, new business. And now we're going to closed. Thank you very much for coming out.
Moved by Carl Keel, second by Brian Bukowski, motion to move into closed session. Be it resolved that the committee move into a closed meeting pursuant to section 239 of the Municipal Act 2001 as amended for the following reason. Personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees.
All those in favor, sorry. Carried.
Well,